everyone. Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Today is Monday, June 6th. And because it's a Monday, that means it's time for What Sold on eBay. This is the very first What Sold on eBay video of June. And I have picked out the highlights and exciting sales of the week from May 30th through June 5th to show you guys from our eBay platform. This isn't all of the sales that we made. I try to just pick out stuff that I want to show you that are items or brands that you should be on the lookout for when you're outsourcing. And then sometimes if I make a mistake, I pull those out as well to show you, so you guys don't make the same mistakes that we do. You can learn from us without having to make the mistakes yourselves. We did sell a lot of $12 to like $16 items last week. And that seems to be the recent trend. It could be with the economy the way it is and the cost of groceries and food and gas going up. Folks have less discretionary money to spend. And so when they are shopping online, they're looking for items that are like $12 to $16 or $12 to $18 because that's what they can afford or what they can justify spending money on. We have sold a few higher dollar items, which you're going to see in this video. But I did want to put that out there in case anyone else is in the same boat or experiencing the same thing. It seems to be the normal trend right now. I talked with a lot of my friends in the reseller community in the last couple of weeks, and it really seems to be the trend that folks are looking for items under $20 and with free shipping because they don't have as much money to spare as they did, say, a year ago. All right, with all of that said, let's jump in. I did pick out all the plush that sold. I do show you every single plush every single week. There were only 3 this week, and the Easter Bunny that you're looking at here was one of them. He sold for $11.99. He came out of a wholesale lot, so he was probably about 50 cents maybe. He doesn't have a brand. He's generic, but with good keywords, you can sell generic animals as well. So you can see I put Easter Bunny, spring, stuffed animal, all those good keywords crammed into my title there. And he did ship first class in a poly bag. Next up, we have again Webkinz. These are hit or miss. You've heard me talk about these on the channel a lot. It doesn't always depend on whether or not they have their code. I've had some without codes comp very high and some with codes comp very low. I think it really just depends on the animal. The code can make it more valuable specific to that animal, but I've seen ones without codes go for a lot of money. I think it depends on the rarity. So this guy is just a little 9-inch penguin. And he was 50 cents at the Goodwill back in Pittsburgh, so you can see that we've had him for a while. So I did let him go for $9.44, and he shipped in a poly bag. Next up, we have a Sugar Loaf cat. This came out of wholesale. I believe it was from one of the ones we bought from Greg. If you're listening, hi, Greg. Most of his plush lots came out to about $1 a piece, an animal. This is a green cat by Sugar Loaf, which is a Kelly toy company. And it's unique and cute. I probably, if I would have had this closer to October, maybe we updated it to have the word Halloween in the title maybe. But it sold for $14.17 on a best offer and shipped in a poly bag. So those were the 3 plush from the week. Now we're looking at a pair of White House Black Market women's jeans. I used to get like $30 to $35 for these jeans. But as you keep hearing over and over again on this channel, so many brands have just bottomed out and they're not worth what they used to be because people who race for that fast nickel or want to price low basically trash the market and ruin the entire value of brands. And I've seen it happen so many times over the years. It's very frustrating. If everyone could just price things at what they're worth and be patient, we could all be making more money. But that's, there's turds. So if you're listening to this and you're one of those turds, I'm not sorry for calling you a turd at all. Anyway, these sold for $21.87. They would have been 99 cents at the Goodwill back in Pittsburgh. So we've had them for quite some time. And they did ship, I want to say, in a padded flat. Just make sure, yes. Next up, we have a pair of Miss Me jeans. Again, this is a brand I used to get more for. I used to start Miss Me's around 50, expecting 40 to 45 on a best offer. Now I start them at 40, hoping they'll sell at the $39.99, but I usually expect to take a best offer of 30 or 35. But this pair sold for full price, no offer. So these are nice looking ones though. They're dark wash, they're boot cut, they're a good size. Miss Me is still a Bolo brand. It just doesn't sell for what it used to. Next up, we have some Jordache. These came in a thread-up box. So though these aren't a brand I would specifically seek out, and I would pass on actually in the thrift if I saw these on the racks, unless they were like $1, I would pass on these. But if they come to me in a thread-up box, they're getting listed. And they sold for $19.99, and they actually only took like a week, maybe 2 to sell. And size 10 is hard. It's one of those middle sizes that usually sits for a lot longer and takes more time to sell. It's the plus sizes and the really small sizes that typically move quicker because those are harder for those folks to find. But I was happy to move these for $19.99 and so quickly as well. By the way, the Miss Me jeans did ship in a padded flat, and these I believe did as well. Now these actually went first class. So these were capris that went first class, but they still, even at first class, cost like $6 to ship anymore. All right, next up we have men's Tommy Bahama jeans. I found these at a honey hole last month, and we paid, I believe it was around, I want to say $4 for these, half off. Could have been a little bit less, but we'll go with that. And now that I'm looking at these, the tag says Sand Drifter. I really should have put Sand Drifter in the title because men who like these Tommy Bahama specific style jeans and are looking for these probably do search for Sand Drifter or Authentic Straight. And that's something I've always taught on this channel. If the brand gives you a name or the style, you need to use it in your title. I missed this. So these should have been like Tommy Bahama, Sand Drifter, Authentic Straight jeans, men's size, and then from there in the title. But they still sold for a best offer of $33.74, and they didn't take long to sell, and they shipped in a padded flat. Next up, we have a Marie Osmond Tiny Tot Baby Alice in Wonderland, and it came with a necklace as well. So I'm going to go through the pictures of these so you guys can see everything that came with this doll while I tell you the story. So way back when, like 5 years ago, when we were first getting started, we went to a yard sale. There's the necklace where this woman had her entire Alice in Wonderland collection on tables. She had several of these collectible ceramic dolls. She had pins and buttons from Walt Disney World. She had teapots and teacups and ceramic figures. If you can imagine someone who had hundreds of pieces of Alice in Wonderland of all different kinds of items that they had collected over the years, this is what this woman had. It was like 2 tables. It was just so much stuff. And I knew what she had and I wanted it. So I asked her if I could buy everything she had. It's been 5 years. I don't remember the price she gave me, but it was really good. It came out to like $2 a piece for most of these items. Most of them sold right away. In fact, I actually remember the day we came home from that yard sale. We started listing. We split the stuff up between Keith and I, and we were both photographing and listing at the same time. And as we were listing the items, we were hearing cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Stuff was selling as fast as we could list it. So we had made our money back on these items a long time ago. And everything now is pure profit. The funny thing about this doll is we found her after we'd moved to Florida. I unpacked her and I'm like, why isn't she listed anymore? So she had fallen off of eBay. I don't know how long she was off for, but we got her right back on as soon as we got situated here and unpacked. But that goes to show you this is why you need to check your inventory on eBay at least a minimum of once a year, if not twice a year, because items do fall off. It's not a matter of if it happens, it's a matter of when it happens. It happens to every seller, and no one knows why. It's little gnomes that steal your listings, I guess, but they do fall off. You got to check them. And if you're using a service like List Perfectly, when you discover items that have fallen off of eBay, you can go in your List Perfectly catalog, and with the simple click of one button, you can list it right back on eBay. Prior to us using List Perfectly and their catalog, when I would find items that had fallen off of eBay, I had to go dig them out of our inventory, and I had to rephotograph them and relist them. It is a huge, huge pain in the ass. And List Perfectly makes it so much easier because you just get your catalog out, you push the crosspost button, and you relist it. It makes it so much easier. That's one of the 1,000 reasons I love List Perfectly. It is simply the best thing we've ever done for our business. If you're not using it yet, you should be. You can try it for 30% off the first month with our code flippinhippos. And if you already use List Perfectly and you wanted to upgrade your subscription and just kind of try it out for a month, you can do that with the code and get 30% off of that as well, just for an upgrade. But yeah, this was like the most amazing find to this day after 5 years. I'll never forget walking into that woman's garage and just seeing all that Disney and Alice in Wonderland stuff, and just walking up to her and saying, "I want it all. What will you take for it?" I want to say we gave her like $100 or maybe $200. Like I said, it's been a while. I can't really remember, but it came out to really inexpensive per piece. She had so much stuff. So when you guys are out and about at your yard sales and stuff like that, if you see somebody has a huge collection of plush out, or a huge collection of Winnie the Poohs or Baby Yodas or whatever it is, games, if you see somebody with a whole box of like video games, you can literally just walk up to people and say, "I want it all. What will you take for it?" And most people want so badly to get rid of their stuff and not have to take it back in at the end of the day. They'll make a deal with you. They'll cut you a really good deal. All right, next up, we're looking at a Madonna t-shirt. This is from the Confessions tour. This came in a wholesale lot. It was about $1, give or take a couple pennies. And it sold for $17.99 on a best offer. I forgot to tell you, we took a best offer on this doll, $33.74, and she shipped priority. The buyer paid the shipping on her, and they chose parcel select. Whenever we have heavier items that we're doing calculated shipping on, we offer priority, and then that 2 to 9 day parcel select, the buyer can choose that if they want to pay less. And if they do, then we ship it, and we have these brown boxes we keep around in various sizes that we get from the Boxery. If they pick priority, we always use the free boxes that we get off of USPS website. All right, so Madonna sold for $17.99 on the best offer and shipped in a padded in a poly bag. First class. This is first class. It shipped in a poly bag. And then the most exciting thing from the week, I think, is these FUBU jeans. These came out of a ThredUp box. In fact, the very last one I opened, I believe. They sold within a day, and they had a lot of interest. Unfortunately, most people that were interested in them didn't want to pay what they were worth. I had probably 4 or 5 offers on eBay of $20. I had several people on Macari asking me if I would go as low as $20 or $25. There were a couple of people on Poshmark that were interested as well and wanted it for like $15, $20. So I just held my ground, and I said 45 was going to be my lowest. They had been up for a day. I'm not going to go below like 10% off within like the first month or two, even on most items. Clothing is long tail, and most things take about 3 months on average to sell. So I don't care if 50 million people are interested in it and I'm getting offers out the yin yang. I'm not going below 10% off of my price that early. So I just countered all of those offers, all that interest with my $45. I guess it finally caught someone's attention that was willing to pay for these, they actually sold through the global shipping program internationally. So they paid out the nose for shipping on top of the cost of the jeans. I did send this person a 10% off offer. So they say they paid $44.99 for the jeans and then all of that shipping on top of it. But yeah, any of these vintage jeans like this from the 80s and 90s, they always do really well. They always sell fast and they always sell for good money. And you want to use words like vintage. I didn't, because I decided that I wanted these keywords in there more, and you're limited on, you're limited on your amount of words you can have in your title. So sometimes you have to, what do I want in there more? What's more important? It's valuable real estate. I always say that about the title. I wanted baggy hip hop and streetwear. I wanted cargo. So I went with those. It worked. So that was an amazing sale. The items in that ThredUp box came out to like $1.74 a piece. So that was really good. I do love my ThredUp boxes. Unfortunately, like the last couple of weeks when I've been checking, the denim rescue boxes are unavailable. And I want another one so bad. I think when they become available, I'm probably going to just be a pig and buy 2 or 3 of the 50-pound boxes. Because I get so much good stuff in there, and it's really a good value when you break it down to cost per piece and it's delivered right to your door. All right, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. It helps the channel so much. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe. Help us feed a hungry hippo. Until next time, guys, go be productive. Go make some money. Don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, link down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.